No, it's not my birthday. Yo, 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 yo. What is up? It's Terror Talk with a 3, baby.
Damn, what
no
up?
E. No E. We took it out because we're cool like that, yo.
Yeah, fuck
yo,
that
yo.
shit.
Yeah, we don't like E's over here, though. We got a Terror Talk, baby. We talk about terror. We talk about all things horror. We talk about all things scary. We talk about everything. News, baby.
We
What's Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, real
Yeah,
Get
yo,
me
yo,
pumped
yo.
up.
He's pumped. Yo, we're talking all things terror. Today, we're going to talk about a little place called Hell.
Welcome to hell.
Razor. No, but today on Terror Talk, we want to talk about our goofiest Hellraiser movie, which Hellraiser has a long history of movies, right? And what a lot of you guys don't know about, well, you probably do know if you're watching this channel. Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3 are Hellraiser movies that were made to be Hellraiser movies. Get what I'm saying? But the majority of the Hellraiser movies that came after were Hellseeker, Deader, Hellworld, all these other movies, they weren't Hellraiser movies to begin with. A lot of these movies slapped Pinhead in there at the last minute, or in like they duct taped him on because they wanted to turn it in. These were old scripts and like old movie scripts that weren't designated to be Hellraiser movies. A lot of these movies, the majority of them, were other ideas, like the one about the cop who kills people and has a and he's a dirty cop, and we find out, or the one you know the stories. All of them, they were made as something else. And then they were just like, yeah, this is okay. The script's okay, but can you make it a Hellraiser movie? But it's not a Hellraiser movie. There's no Pinhead in this movie. I know, but like add him in. Can you just add him in?
And then they changed our guy.
Which guy? Oh, Doug Bradley? Oh,
Yeah.
that was later, though. Yeah.
That was like after all those, that you're just like,
And
this is a Hellraiser movie, by the way.
Those are bad. I mean, at
And they
least we had
changed
Doug
Doug
Bradley in them. Like, when they took out Doug Bradley, it got so, horrendously unwatchable.
Because it's not, when you look at Doug Bradley and you see the makeup, you're like, damn, this is fucking creepy.
Yeah.
It's got that stoic look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like dead eyes.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
But
He's
the new guy,
there's two new guys.
there's two new guys.
There's one that had like
The
big
Hulu
cheeks.
one.
There's one that three new guys actually.
Yeah,
and,
three.
and one girl.
Yeah. Well,
girl
she's-
guy, girl.
yeah.
Well, she's a girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have three new ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
after Doug Bradley. But I don't think we're gonna be talking about any one of those.
No, fuck that shit.
Because those movies, whatever. Forget those movies. Like for my recommendation today, I'm gonna give you my goofiest one, but I'm gonna give you one that's still kind of watchable. Like I'm not gonna tell you about the one with the big cheeked one. What's his name?
Yeah.
What was that one? Hellraiser Revelations.
Yes,
Hell Revelations was shit, and the only reason they made that movie was because they needed to keep the rights to Pinhead. So Dimension needed to keep the rights, so they created this bullshit movie of epic proportion. It was hot ass. One of the worst. Like, why did you even make this fucking movie? Like,
it's about Revelation,
yeah,
right?
Revelations. Like, why would you make this freaking movie? This movie's what is the Revelations? At least with Judgment, like the next one after that, you're like, all right, they did some things, it's okay. But Revelations, like, it was the most pathetic movie I've ever seen. One of the most pathetic horror movies of all time. Like, I'm not going to shit on that movie today because that's not what we're talking about. We want to talk about the
not even
goofiest.
worth our breath.
It's not worth it. I don't know why I talked about it that much, but today we're going to talk about some of the the goofiest one in the franchise, kind of like the funnest one to watch, right? Which one we think is, because we both have our own separate picks, and we'll give you our reasons why. But Hellraiser, which one? Which one should people watch that just want to have a nice popcorny fun time?
Oh, like what's a goofy one?
Yeah, what's the goofy? What's your goofiest one?
I would say Hellworld.
Okay, all right.
Because you know what? I think in this movie, when you watch it, you're going to say, oh, shit, is that Superman? It is.
It
It's
is.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill's in this movie. I remember that.
I remember I rewatched it because I think it's on Hulu right now.
Mhm.
And I was like, let me watch this one. I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah.
I said, oh, shit, this is Henry Cavill. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
he's
This
like-
is Henry Cavill back in the day.
Henry Cavill without the muscles.
Yeah, without the muscles.
No.
Just all smiles and giggles.
All smiles and giggles
But,
and weirdness.
I wouldn't say watch this movie if you want to watch something scary and cool.
No.
I think this is one of those funny but bad movies. Just because the acting is pretty bad in this.
It is bad. It is bad. And
it's very stuck in its time.
don't they got the
if
guy
that
Lance
makes
Henriksen
sense.
in there too? Yeah,
Yes.
he's in it. It's like what is the storyline? It's like it's like a
Imagine
game-
American Pie,
yeah.
Hellraiser. That's it.
American Pie meets Hellraiser. I'd
Yes.
watch that.
No, without it being funny. It's just
Yeah.
not. It's not meant to be funny.
I
It's just
remember
funny.
I watched that recently on Crackle, and I was like, this is all right. I was like, this is kind of fun. Like
It's
it's
fun,
more
but-
novelty because you see Henry Cavill running
Yes.
around, right?
Yeah, I think if he wasn't in it, you're probably like, nah, this movie fucking sucks.
Holy shit, though, that ending, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's garbage ending. Like, I'm not gonna ruin it here.
It's a bad movie, but it's
Holy
a
shit.
fun bad movie to
Yo,
watch.
but that ending, the ending to Hellworld, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Watch Hellworld, check it out.
Yeah.
That ending is absolutely atrocious. Like it, completely shits on the
Don't
entire
you think
movie.
it's really random?
It's random. The
It's like
ending
the
is
most
super
random-
random.
I remember, and you're like, "Are you serious? Is
It's
this
like-
really happening?"
I was like, they do a twist. There's a twist ending. I'm not gonna ruin it for you because we're recommending it to you for you to watch it.
well, it's a bunch of kids with the games.
You should watch it though. You should watch it like to see how horrendous this ending is.
yeah, it's one of
Awful
those
ending.
movies.
It's a twist.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? If you watch Hellraiser 1 and 2 and then you go
Yeah.
straight to this, you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Because it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know how to explain
the,
it.
the,
without you
ending, the
watching
ending is
this.
so asinine. You're gonna be left with your jaw dropped at how bad it is because you're just
Yeah.
gonna be watching it like you're thinking it's a regular Hellraiser movie, blah blah blah, and then when they get to the end, they kind of pull the rug on you and they're like, "Well, it's this," and you're just like, "Really? Are you fucking kidding me on this ending?"
You get the same feeling from watching that new Matrix movie when you watch
Yeah,
this.
similar. Yeah, I guess so.
Do you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it for me, it's a movie that's not that bad until you get to the last 10 minutes of the movie, and then they try to be clever, and you're like, cut that out, dude. You ruined the whole movie for me. But up until that point, I would agree with you. It's pretty watchable movie.
It's a funny watchable
It's a
movie,
funny
but it's
one.
very stuck in its time. It's like
or
the way everybody
2000s, right? It's like right there, early 2000s.
It's crazy. It's like whatever was trending back then, it was there. They all had sidekicks and stuff like that.
Hell
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
hell yeah. It's a
Stuff
fun
like
one to
that.
watch. It's not too bad. Like it's not horrible. Like there's
It's not rough like the other Hellraiser movies.
there's
either.
horrible ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Hellraiser 2 is rough.
And there's a reason for it though. Like the reason why Hellworld is it stems back to the twist. Like the reason why it feels off. Like you're gonna watch the movie, and you're gonna be like, this doesn't quite feel like a Hellraiser
Yeah.
movie. It's off, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why. they reveal the
Yeah.
twist, and you're like,
Oh,
okay, all right, they explain it, but not in a good way. You're gonna be like, you just wasted my damn time.
I
But-
really wasted fucking almost 2 hours for this.
oh my goodness, that's one that's goofy.
Yeah,
It's fun, though.
It's a goofy, funny, bad movie, but
Yeah.
it's watchable.
It's a bad movie that you can watch. You know, it's not gonna. You know, you're not breaking the bank with this one.
Yeah.
It's not. We didn't want to pick Revelations because Revelations is to me
It's terrible.
unwatchable. It's
one of those
unwatchable.
movies that shouldn't have been made.
No, it shouldn't have been made. It's an abomination of film. But with this movie, with Hellworld, I think what's cool about it is that it is watchable. Like it's not completely, like I can't watch this shit. You know,
And you see my boy in action too, Henry Cavill. That's all
he's
I gotta
out
say.
there doing his thing.
He's doing his thing, trying to get the girls.
He don't
doing his
last that
thing.
long though.
No, he does not. But still,
Spoiler alert: he don't last that long in
I
this
think
movie.
he's the first one to go too.
He might be
actually.
like first or second one.
Yeah, first or second.
Yeah,
one.
he dies pretty pathetically. But interesting to watch as a novelty.
All right, what's
But
yours?
mine, this is where Hellraiser started to get kind of shitty. But I still think like for me, Hellraiser 1 is a masterpiece. It's a masterclass in storytelling, gothic horror, suspense, thrilling, gore. All the things
Just
like
makes you
sin.
uncomfortable. Just
Yeah,
like
it makes
the
you,
growth.
it's
like,
gross.
Yeah.
It makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's about sin. It's about redemption. It's about depravity. It's about lust. It's about all the things. Like it's that filthy, nasty, dirty movie that just makes you feel gross, but like in a sophisticated way, if that makes sense. If you've seen the movie, you know. Hellraiser 2 was a really good, fun, interesting ride. I
think
liked
that
it.
to me, that was rough.
It was more of a thrill ride for me. I
Yeah,
think.
but
I liked it.
there were some scenes you're like, oof.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
gross. It's gross. Like, and then they kind of take the mustard out of Hellraiser, out of Pinhead, because they kind of turn him into a good guy by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But you're with it, and you're like, yeah, but why did he die so quick? Like,
Yeah.
as soon as they turn Hellraiser or Pinhead into a good guy, he immediately gets eviscerated. And you're just like, what? This guy was a badass, but as soon as he turns good, now you want to kill my boy? But that movie was good. That was a thrill ride. It was gross, had some nastiness, had some nasty characters. They kill off some of our old characters where I'm like, how? You just killed, like they dispose of, like, some of the characters from the first movie, like, so instantaneously that you're just like, okay. And then we actually go to hell. So that was kind of cool. But my pick, these movies where they start to suck. I just wanted to give you a little context. Hellraiser 3.
Oh, that's yours?
Hell on Earth,
Okay.
baby. Now the reason why I would recommend this one as my goofiest Hellraiser
I was
movie.
thinking that you loved Hellraiser 3. I was just like, oh, okay.
No, I don't love it, but this is where it gets bad. Like these are where the movies get kind of bad and weird and kind of goofy and silly, and it's one of those movies that I watch to like laugh at a lot. But it's still enough merit for you to check out. So the premise of it is that there's a nightclub owner who gets or buys or he's like this rich. He's like an Andrew Tate type guy, right? Rich, has a bunch of women around him.
Oh, he lures the people in there.
Yeah, well,
feeds it.
he gets he gets one of those statues. He gets the unbeknownst to him, the configuration is lodged into the
I remember this one.
into the actual statue.
And then he's like little by little, just like, hey.
Yeah, he's like,
And
hey
then-
man, do you want ultimate power? Do you want love and satisfaction? I was like, he's like, yeah, baby, I want that. So he's like, yeah, bring me some flesh, dude. And then so he lures women in. It's not hard for him. He's an attractive guy. He's having all the sex
he's
he
rich.
wants. He's rich, yeah. Like he's having sex, and he lures them into his room where Pinhead he gets them close enough where Pinhead can feed off of them, and then Pinhead is feeding off of them little by little by little, which was funny because okay, so this third movie, in the second movie, we already said Pinhead kind of redeems himself. Like he's a good guy now, and now he's back to being like evil, which is funny. So I'm thinking, is this a different one? Is this a different Pinhead? I don't know. It's the same actor, but whatever. Regardless of that, continuity is not the friend of this series. but
It really isn't.
it is
though.
not. But
some things you're just like, all right, I just gotta go with it.
but then yeah. So I got the figure back there. I got the laminate configuration back there. See, Temu has weird shit.
Yeah.
So this right here is embedded. Is that focused? It's embedded into the actual statue.
Are you gonna play with it?
Um.
Can you imagine? You just see.
No. Yeah. Imagine.
I was like,
we
oh,
play
my
with this.
nipples.
Yeah.
You ever notice everybody's nipples get pierced in all the Hellraiser
It's the thing.
movies?
It's the thing. You pierce your nipples.
Yeah.
So
It's
then
like their thing.
he starts feeding these girls to him to Pinhead so that he can be reborn. The tables get turned on him. He gets eaten, and then we're simultaneously following this newscaster who's like investigating the stories of these murders and things like that happening. And the reason why I say it's like whatever, but the reason why I like this movie so much, there's two reasons. The number one is the nightclub scene. That nightclub scene is so crazy. Like Pinhead just goes buck wild. He becomes a serial killing, murdering monster. Like this was never Pinhead's MO. Like Pinhead was never this guy. He was the kind of guy like, look, if you open up this figure, I'm gonna have to do my thing with you. I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson. Like he was always the most refined slasher, but in this one, he's going buck wild. He's like, give me them bitches, give me the drinks. He's like killing everybody. He's using his chains. He's murdering people in like the weirdest way. Like he turns ice into a pick and then stabs this person in their mouth and their throat. Like he's just murdering people left and right. If you've seen the collection, the movie The Collection, that's The Collector Part 2. There's an opening scene where he's in the nightclub killing a bunch of people with traps.
And
That's similar to that.
The
Similar
one
vibes.
scene where everybody gets their wiped out.
Similar vibes.
Yeah.
Similar vibes to Hellraiser
He's probably
3.
just like, I've been stuck in this statue for
Yeah,
a long
I'm
time.
ready to kill.
I'm about to fucking kill.
So he's like murdering dudes like in the most inventive ways possible, and it's just hilarious. Like he's murdering priests. He's going around killing priests. He's like cutting pieces of his flesh and feeding it to priests. Like this is Pinhead. Like in a sense, like nothing like he used to be. Like this is a completely different reimagination of Pinhead. And he's going buck ass wild. So he's chasing the newscaster throughout the city, and this is my second reason why I like it so much. The Cenobites in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The hell were they thinking with these things? These things are the most ridiculous things you've ever seen in your life. There's one guy who has CDs in his face who shoots CDs out of his mouth and eyeballs. like the Cenobites in this movie are like they're so bad. Like they're so terrible. Like from what we had before.
Yeah, because what you had before, when you saw it, you're like, oh
the Chatterer,
shit,
the guy with the glasses,
Chatterer with the sunglasses.
You're like, these
The
guys,
big guy.
these guys are so fucking bad. Like, who thought of this idea? Like, somebody was just like, come on. We got to create some Cenobites. All right, man, give me a suitcase man. He has a suitcase for a stomach, and every time he opens up the suitcase, a chain comes out and kills somebody. Perfect.
DVD guy. He
DVD
went
guy.
to Virgin Records and just fucking went crazy.
Yeah. Like he's like, oh, give it chair guy. You sit on him. That's the last time you're ever gonna sit. Like it's just like the Cenobites in this movie. Like took like it sounded like they just like created them like 5 minutes before the movie started. Like they're so ridiculous. You have to see them because Cenobites are like a big important part of these movies, and the lack of effort. Like there was one guy who had like like pyrotechnics or something. The lack of effort in the creation of these Cenobites are something that's like so endearing in a way. Like you're just like, these are so bad that you kind of love them in a way. Like,
Yeah.
and it's great. It's like you're being chased through the city. There's mayhem. There's destruction. It has more in common with a slasher film, with a typical slasher film, than like the Lovecraftian type of mysterious horror movies that we've seen with Hellraiser 1 and 2. They had more of a mysterious vibe, more of like a interesting, fascinating, deep dive discovery into things that are evil. This is just kind of like, hey, I'm Pinhead and I'm ready to fuck.
Yeah.
And he does.
But I agree.
I like that one.
That is a fun watch.
Yeah,
I
it's a
remember
fun
seeing
watch.
that too. It was
It's
kind of
an easy
funny
watch.
how he's luring the girls, and then you see Pinhead in the statue just, hey, come on, just like bargaining with people to get them out and stuff like that.
Yeah. He's trying to like seduce you with like ultimate power, which
Yeah.
is kind of funny. Like I think that's like one of the more fun ones because like the first one, that's a serious movie.
Yeah, the first two are serious.
Yeah, serious.
Well, I would say they're
maybe the one. Two is good. Two is good.
Two is
Yeah,
good and
serious.
it's rough, but first one dead ass.
Yeah,
serious.
dead ass serious.
There's nothing funny about this.
No.
It's just straight up terror.
Yeah, it's that's terror.
It's kind of like Lord of Illusions. Did you like that one?
No.
Because that one was just straight up fucking gross shit.
That shit
people
was
with their
fucked.
shirt up to here, fucking just weird masks and stuff
I
like
gotta
that.
be honest with you. Lord of Illusions was a terrible movie for me.
It was gross.
I hated it.
That movie was always hard for me to watch.
Really? Watch
Yeah,
it
just
again.
'cause it's
When's the la-
uncomfortable.
when's
No,
the
I
last
watched
time-
it again. I watched it probably a couple months ago.
I watched it too. Like my wife is really afraid of Lord of Illusions. She had this idea in her mind that Lord of Illusions was this really scary.
because
gross
it's
movie.
very gross, especially the beginning scene.
It was not.
just
We
uncomfortable.
we watched it again and it was like, what were you afraid of this movie? Like you really felt.
I remember
gross?
when I saw this when I was younger, that shit scared the shit out of me.
When I was a
and
kid,
I felt
too.
gross.
When I was a kid,
And I watched it
scared me.
again. I don't know. Maybe it's just
Maybe it's the
it's
memory
just,
of it.
I just put myself if I was there, and all these people the way they're dressed and just they're just fucking weird. How the fuck do you get that monkey in the fucking thing anyways? Of all
do
things,
it.
a baboon. You know what I mean?
Didn't do it for me. I was hyped to watch it again, and then I was just like, nah, this is a pale in comparison. This is like a fake Hellraiser type of thing, like Hellraiser
yeah.
vibes. But I was like, it did nothing for me. But maybe we'll do a video on Lord of Illusions.
Maybe.
It seems like one we disagree on. But yeah, Hellraiser. What's your favorite like fun Hellraiser movie? Like I know everybody. Look, the best Hellraiser movie we know is Part 1, right? Obviously, it's the first one's it's the GOAT. But we want to do a little bit different because the first one's the best one, but we wanted to talk about something that was like, hey, which one that's like not the best one clearly, but like a fun one.
Yeah,
What's your fun Hellraiser movie?
Yeah, you want to have some people over and watch a movie. You want to watch it. You're not putting one
Not putting on one.
because it's just dead silence. You
Yeah.
can't drink and
It's not
walk
very
around
fun.
to that
It's
movie.
not very fun.
Put,
but,
put
it's
on the
good.
movies we recommended. You'll have fun with this.
Yeah, like you'll have fun. Like, what's a movie you could throw on with, like you said, with a party, Halloween party? You guys
Yeah.
are all having pizza and everything. Like, what's a fun one you could just laugh at and just like, hey, that was a good time.
You're
No
having,
alcohol
You're having
required.
a sleepover. Guys in your 30s having sleepovers.
I know what that is. I know what kind of party that is. All boy affair.
Yeah, Arby's number 3, baby.
What? But
That's
anyway,
what
let
it
us know in
is.
the comment below.
It's
What's your
the meat,
favorite-
bro?
We got the meats.
You got the meat.
What's your favorite Hellraiser movie? Number 1. Number 2, what is your fun Hellraiser movie? Which one do you like?
Which one do you think is the goofiest?
The goofiest one. That's like fun still. That's still watchable. Not goofy as in like, oh, this sucks. But like goofy, like, that was a good time. No alcohol required.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification for more movie reviews, news, all kinds of talk about horror. We post videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And we'd love for you to join us in our discussions. Comment below. Let us know, baby. This is Terror Talk.
Woo!
3, no E. And we're out of here.
And we're in Halloween time too.
Ah,
Get stoked.